Many people think crypto is a scam. Tell everyone who you are and where you're from.
My real name is Gowri Kandewal. Okay, brown parents.
Brown parents.
They come here. Some of them fresh out, fresh off the boat.
Yeah.
So they come here. Yeah. And the third entity that has the most amount of money is BlackRock. Day trading can help you become rich, but investment that's what's gonna help you become free. Okay, the word crypto means cryptography, and we find it on something called a blockchain network. Okay, I know I said a lot of weird words. Get rich quick doesn't exist. If I would have listened to people that are close to me, I would have never gotten into business. I would have
100%. What's one skill you think every entrepreneur should learn? Biggest misconception people have about trading? Hello everyone. Do you like trading? Do you like day trading? Today we have a special guest at Dil Montreal podcast. He is born and raised in Montreal. And guess what? He is a co-owner of Learn and Earn Crypto Academy. Let's welcome our guest, Gowri Kandewal.
That's it. How are you, Kiran?
Very good. How are you?
I'm great.
So, and I'm so excited to be here. I see you after a long time.
Yes. I think it's been probably at least 10 years.
At least 10 years.
Yes.
Right? Well, you know what? I'm so excited. I see you also. I see a few of your podcasts, and that's where the idea came. But welcome to our podcast.
Thank you very much.
My audience, they are very excited to hear from you on day trading.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, I'm excited to talk about it.
So, Gowri, let's start. Tell everyone who you are and where you're from.
So my name is Gowri. My real name is Gowri Kandewal. Okay, my parents are from Sri Lanka, but me, I was born and raised here in Montreal, and I've been in business. I would say it's been now is around 11 years, and I decided to get into business simply because growing up I saw my parents working really, really hard, right?
Yes.
Brown parents.
Brown parents.
They come here. Some of them fresh out off the boat. Yeah. So they come here and they work really, really hard. And some of them, they do make a lot of money. Yeah. Others, they struggle. But where they are, money always been a problem. So me growing up, I always ask myself, okay, how can I make a lot of money but also have a lot of time with the people that I love? And personally, I knew for myself a job wasn't an option. So what I decided is to jump into different businesses. So I started a business in telecommunication 11 years ago.
I remember receiving a phone call.
Yes.
You remember that?
Yeah. I mean, I called everybody, right?
I do. That's what it is.
Yeah. So I started this telecommunication business. It's pretty good because you get paid every time somebody pays their cell phone bills.
Yes.
You get paid every time somebody pays their television bill, their home phone bill, their internet bill. Month after month, as long as the person pays their bills, you get paid something we call residual income. But there was a challenge. The challenge is, like I said, you get paid as long as they stay as a customer.
Yes.
So sometime Bell Canada, they would come in with like the best promotion on the planet and they would take back those customers. So what I thought that was residual income, I discovered over time, well, it's not residual income. It is temporarily, but that customer you can't expect a customer to be there forever, right? So while I was building my different type of businesses, also my second business was in Interact Machines. I used to sell Interact Machine services, those POS, payment processing.
Yes.
So every time somebody would swipe their credit card or their debit card on one of my Interact Machines, I get paid on every transactions. Mm-hmm. It could be in a restaurant, it can be anywhere, any type of businesses. But Global Payment or other businesses, when they come with a crazy promotion, I would lose those customers. So while going through different business ventures, I was going through a lot of up and down, right? And I was telling myself, listen, wouldn't that be amazing if I could make money without selling a service or a product? Wouldn't that be amazing if I can make money without depending on the client? Wouldn't that be amazing if I can make money without depending on anybody except myself? And what happened one day is I have one of my really good friend. He's a barber. My barber introduced me to day trading. I got started. I fell in love with it. And then now it's been a few years. I've been doing it. Now I teach it too with my other business owners, other business partners. And that's about it. So that's a little bit my journey, what happened in the last 11 years.
Where are your roots from?
My parents are from Sri Lanka, you know. I mean, you know, like, you know, Sri Lankans, I mean, not just Sri Lankans, but just in general, Sri Lankans, I mean, immigrants, they work really, really hard. So, so that's what they did. That's what they did, yeah.
And are you very active in your own community or?
So when I was younger, I used to do a lot of sport. So I used to be active in my community through soccer. But over time, because of my business, I do offer my services to people from my community, but also like every community, right? So I would say I was way more active when I was younger. But my dad is very active because what happens is that a lot of people, they come here in like from India or from Sri Lanka, they come here in Montreal, and my dad helps them with like stuff about immigration and stuff like that.
That's good.
Yeah. So at my house, like almost every day, there's somebody new that I see. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. So Gowri, day trading.
Yes.
Right? Tell me, people who don't know, like surrounding me, like many people don't know, what is day trading?
So day trading, what is it exactly is whenever you buy and sell asset in a liquid market.
Okay.
So what is it exactly is, let's say the market is volatile, it's moving up and down. So what you want to do is you want to wait until it's liquid. Liquid basically means there's a lot of liquidity. There's a lot of people. Liquidity means there's a lot of money. And how do you know there's a lot of money? Is because there's a lot of orders. People open positions either for a sell or a buy. Okay. And what you want to do is you want to get in the market at the right spot in order to make as much money possible. You can do that in 3 different markets, either in the Forex market, either in the crypto market, or in the stock market. So that's what it is. It's whenever you buy and sell asset, that's day trading. And it's usually done in a short amount of time. Usually, some people, they buy and sell asset. It can take a few hours. In certain cases, it can take a few days, and some extreme cases, it can take a few weeks, right? But now that becomes, I would say, what's called spot trading. That's it, yeah.
Okay, and do you have to be very quick to make the decisions when we comes to trading?
That's actually a really good question. So there's different type of day traders.
Okay.
There's what we call scalpers. That's a little bit like me, where you get in and get out within a gap of 1 to 5 minutes. You get in and get out. It's fast. Number 2 is the second type of trader is what we call intraday traders. It takes, I would say, about 15 minutes to a few hours, like 2 to 3, 4 hours.
Okay.
Usually, minimum. And the third type of traders, they go by 2 names, but it means the same thing. It's called spot traders or swing traders, where they take a few hours and a few days.
Okay.
That's it.
I heard about that. Swing traders.
That's it.
And you mentioned crypto.
Yes. Before you continue, I just want to say, the thing is with trading is that you don't own any asset. You're actually exchanging something for something else. You're exchanging one currency against another currency.
And very quickly.
Well, if you're doing scalping or intraday, usually very quickly. Okay. That's it. Compared to investments, that's different. An investment is whenever you own an asset.
Yes.
Like a stock, like a crypto. But in Forex, you can't own anything. You can't own a currency except, no, actually, you just can't own a currency, you know, because it's a currency of a country. So that's the big difference. Exactly. Yeah, it's like with investment, it's like you owning a property, like a real estate property.
Exactly.
The same thing.
I deal with investment.
And the only difference is that there's no leverage in investment. In day trading, there's leverage.
Okay.
So what I like to share with my students or even with your viewers is I want to share what my mentor told me. His name is Sam Levesque. Sam Levesque told me, listen, Gowri, day trading is amazing because day trading can help you become rich, but investment that's what's going to help you become free, financially free.
Financially free.
So a lot of people, they do a lot of mistakes where they only do day trading, but the problem with day trading is that you can't become financially free. And the reason is because at the end of the day, even though you're in a position to make a lot of money, right, when you're really good at it, you're exchanging time for money.
Yes.
So when you're trading, you're making money, if you're good, obviously.
Correct.
And when you're not trading, are you making money?
Correct.
You're not making money, right?
Making money.
So what happens if you get sick? What happens if
Correct.
you're getting to, I hope it doesn't happen. I hope there's a wood somewhere. But anyway, I'm just going to tap there. Okay, I just hit on a wood, but you fall into a depression or you just don't feel good.
Anything.
There's no money coming in. There's no cash flow. So trading is a leverage, right? But investment is what, depending on where you invest, you get to have dividends, staking in the crypto world, where it's a little bit like passive income. So whenever you're not day trading, you still have money coming in. So what I tell my students is if you decide to get into day trading, don't quit your job right away.
Yes.
Have a business or investment, or a little bit like me, have both at the same time.
Don't you think many entrepreneurs, they do that when they start something?
Quitting their job?
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, guys, you have to read the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad from Robert Kiyosaki.
Yes.
This guy, while he had his businesses, he had like probably 1 billion businesses, right? Small, big, whatever. He still had a job, right? So don't quit your job right away. Anyways, this is not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor either. I just want to tell you guys. But I think it's important to have a job, save up some money on the side, work on your business, and this gonna happen where in your business where you have to do that push because you have a huge amount of momentum. But before quitting your job, make sure you have, usually people say, a good 6 months of savings, right?
Correct.
So especially if you're paying your own rent, paying your own stuff, make sure you have at least a good 6 months of savings before quitting your job.
Definitely.
Because even though you have a good momentum in your business, whatever business it could be multi-level marketing, a traditional business, whatever it is, the momentum will not always be there. And it's not true, it's gonna skyrocket, like how sometimes certain uplines, certain people on social media, they tell you, oh, you know what, now your momentum is just gonna keep going up.
Yes.
Nope, it's not gonna keep going up, okay? That's not true. You're gonna have cycles in your business like in the market.
True.
So you have to be ready you have to have some money saved up on the side for the challenging times. That's what I would suggest. I don't know if I answered the question.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go deep into our conversation.
All right.
Can you please tell to those who don't know that what is crypto?
All right, that's a great question. So what is crypto? Crypto, it's okay, the word crypto means cryptography, and we find it on something called a blockchain network. Okay, I know I said a lot of weird words, okay? So let me go a little bit more in details. To summarize it, crypto at the end of the day is a digital currency. A digital currency that is decentralized, right? So why is it important to own a digital currency that is decentralized? That's the word, decentralized. It's because you have to understand what is money. So Kiran, like you are in the financial world, right? So you see a lot of people doing different type of stuff with their finance, and you probably noticed that the cost of living is going up, right?
Going up, yes.
Now,
yes, true.
Why is it going up? That's the real question. And the reason why it's going up is because our dear Mr. Justin Trudeau, some people love him, some people hate him. I'm not here for a debate. I just want to explain you the logic behind it. What happened is that the government prints a lot of money.
Okay.
And now what happens when the government prints a lot of money? I'll take Venezuela as an example. The name of their currency in Venezuela is called Bolivar.
Bolivar.
In 2008, 1 cup of coffee cost 9 Bolivar.
Okay.
1 year after, in 2009, okay, how much do you think, how many Bolivar do you think it costs 1 year after 1 cup of coffee? How much do you think it cost?
Maybe $11.
Oh, you're pretty close. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. It went from a cup of coffee in 2008, went from 9 Bolivar to 9,000 Bolivar. 9,000 Bolivar. A cup of coffee, guys. Isn't that insane?
That is very insane.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, right? So the reason why it went from 9 Bolivar to 9,000 Bolivar within 1 year, same thing with Zimbabwe, the country Zimbabwe. Same thing, except it's like a billion times worse. If you look at their bill, okay, they have so many zeros that there isn't any more spot to put more zeros. Okay, their currency doesn't even value, like doesn't even worth anything. The reason is because at the end of the day, when you print a lot of money, there's a lot of, let's say whenever a country prints a lot of money, there's a lot of that, there's a lot of that currency, let's say the Canadian currency, in the market. And when there's a lot of something in the market, does the value of that currency, does it go up or does it go down? What would you say? What would you think?
It goes down.
Goes down. But why isn't gold, the value of gold, going down? What would you think?
Well, gold is
It's rare.
yeah,
Right.
gold is something, you know.
Exactly. So it's the concept of supply and demand. If there's a lot of gold, the value of gold will go down. If there's not a lot of gold, which is where there's not a lot of gold, by the way, well, the value of gold will go up.
Yeah.
If there's a lot of currency, let's say the Canadian currency in the market, well, the value of that currency will lose.
Yes.
So when you print a lot of money,
Yeah.
the cup of coffee is worth whatever it's worth. But because Canada, they printed a lot of
Money.
dollars, a lot of money, the value of the Canadian dollar goes down compared to other currencies of other countries. And that's what's wrong about what we call money.
Money.
That is what's extremely bad. What I love about crypto and what I love about gold, by the way, us brown people, we love our gold.
We love gold.
You know, in Tamil we call it our tali, right? How you call it in Punjabi?
It's just what do you
Like, you know, when you get married.
Oh yeah, in different culture we have a different statement, but we love gold.
Yeah.
We wear all the sets and bangles. It's all gold.
Everything is gold. So the reason why gold is amazing is because there isn't a lot of gold, right? So the value will just keep going up because a lot of people want it. So more people want it, more the value of gold will go up.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing with cryptocurrency. Let's take Bitcoin. With Bitcoin, there's 23 million Bitcoin. Okay?
23
million Bitcoins.
Okay.
You can print more because one is digital, but you can print more. You can create more. There's only 23 million Bitcoins. Actually, I'm sorry. There's 21 million Bitcoins.
21.
Okay. 21 million Bitcoins. Out of those 21 millions Bitcoins, there's already 19 million Bitcoins that people own. So the value of Bitcoin, that is basically a digital currency, used to worth around 10 cents in 2010, 2011. Now one Bitcoin is worth, right now at this moment, is worth $75,000.
Yeah.
One Bitcoin. And the reason why the value of Bitcoin went up is, number one, you can't print more Bitcoin. Number two, more people that want it, more people that own it, more the value of Bitcoin will go up. So to come back on your question, what is crypto? Crypto is a digital currency like gold, except unlike the Canadian dollar, the US dollars, and other countries' dollars, you can't print more and it will not devalue its currency. That's it.
No, it's good. The stories that you said about the coffee, it's mind-blowing.
Look it up. Look at Zimbabwe. Look at Sri Lanka, my country. Honestly, my country is in the top 15 with the most inflation. There's obviously two other factors you have to take in consideration why the value of a currency goes down. But one of the main factors is printing a lot of money usually never been good for any countries.
Any country, yes. Do you think crypto is here for long, like to stay?
100%. Like, why do people purchase their gold? And they don't just purchase their gold, they don't just buy more gold, but they keep it for life. Right?
True.
We don't buy gold to sell it.
We pass on to our next
generation. It's like a house, right?
Yes.
It's like you buy a house and then the asset will go up, the value of the asset will go up, and then you give it to the next generation. Same thing with gold, same thing with crypto. So what is the beautiful thing about crypto? Let's take specifically Bitcoin, okay? Is that number one, it does the same thing than gold and real estate, where it's an asset and the value goes up. Number two, in my personal opinion, what is the advantage? Doesn't necessarily mean it's the best compared to real estate or gold. It's just something that is different. But what is the advantage is that you can buy your coffee with Bitcoins. So you can download an application called crypto.com on your cell phone. You purchase on that app something called a Visa Crypto. So it's a real credit card.
Interesting.
With Visa Crypto, and you can buy your cryptos right now. You can buy your coffee right now with your Visa Crypto credit card.
Interesting.
So anything you can do with cash, you can now, right now in 2014, right now you're watching this video, you can do the same thing, except that the value of your crypto just keep going up.
You mean in 2024, it's possible?
Yeah. So unlike real estate and gold, and I'm not saying anything bad about real estate and gold, they're amazing, by the way, okay? But unlike them, you can sell a portion of the value of your house to buy a coffee, to buy a car, to buy whatever, right? With crypto, you can.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
So Gowri, this is amazing what I just learned, and what you just shared your knowledge with the audience. Now, many people. So this is, I know many people will love this question.
Yeah.
And I really need your, intake in this. Many people think crypto is a scam. What do you have to say on this?
Okay, that's once again another good question. There's three reasons why people think actually four reasons, I would say.
Okay.
The number one reason is it depends what generation they were born. So there's this book called Psychology of Money.
Yes.
It's a really good book. Go purchase it right now, okay, if you can. Personally, I would say it's the second best book after Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad. But it depends on the generation they were born. So if they were born in a generation where the stock market was down, they're gonna think just investing in almost anything is a scam.
Yeah, the 2008 market.
If they were born in that area, they might think it's just a scam because they saw people around them now succeeding in business, right? If they were born in a boom, right, then they're gonna love it. So that's the number one. When were you born? Number two is maybe you lost some money.
True.
You know, a lot of people have that victim mentality, right? It's always other people's fault, but for real, you just weren't educated, or maybe you just thought there was a get quick rich, but get rich quick doesn't exist. You know, I'm gonna tell you what my mentor Sami told me. Whatever that is easy isn't valuable. right? Like let's say somebody gets into a relationship, but got into that relationship very easily. Okay, do you think that relationship will be valuable generally?
Not really.
No, right? Same thing in business, same thing into investment, same thing especially in those schemes, right?
True.
So people get into something with that get quick rich mentality. But I want to tell you, like in trading or in business or anything, generally you will not make money before real money. And what I mean by real money, I mean you're making money in a consistent base. Okay, on a consistent base, you will not make money in your first 6 to 8 months minimum. And I'm being nice, by the way.
Yeah, 6 to 8 months.
Yeah, some people they might be like, Gowri, you're scamming people. I'm not scamming people. I'm saying minimum 6 to 8 months. And you know, you might know some people. They're like, oh yeah, I made money in my first 1 week, 1 day.
Yeah.
You know, I made this amount of money in this amount of time in 3 days. I'm like, okay, bro. You made money so fast. Now, are you making money on a consistent basis?
Consistent basis.
And it generally doesn't happen between your first 6 to 8 months, especially in anything. Okay.
Any business.
Yeah.
Any business.
So that's I think we're on number 2, right?
Yes.
Number 2. Number three, they might know somebody that lost some money, and that's normal.
That's normal.
Like have an opinion based on other people's experience.
Experiences, yes.
Now, you don't know if that person was disciplined, if that person had the right mindset, if that person,
Society work like that. Just
you don't know who is that person.
who said, she said this.
Exactly. Like if I would have listened to people that are close to me, I would have never gotten into business. I would have
100%.
exactly like me. It's been, I would say, a little over 5-6 years. I haven't had a job, right? And I've been running on my business, on my day trading, on my investment, because I decided to not listen to other people.
Yes.
And it's really hard because my whole family and all my friends back then, especially, they all had a job. And the people that had businesses in certain community, they decided to keep it to themselves. And I get it, why they want to keep it to themselves. They just don't want other people to think, or that bad karma. I get it, you know?
Yes. That's very common.
So it's very hard in certain community to find good mentors.
That's true.
Because not everybody is ready to teach you. And if they're ready to teach you, are you going to be disciplined? That's the real question. Are you going to be committed? Are you going to, I'm sorry for the language, can I say a little bad word? Is that okay? Okay. Are you ready to shut up and just put in the work? And most people, they're not ready to do that. I get it, in the beginning it's hard. And the fourth reason is because most probably some people, they've been scammed.
Yeah.
Okay.
True.
And I get it. You know, it's like saying, it's like being in, like having, let's say, your first girlfriend, let's say, cheating on you, and you telling yourself, you know what, I'm never gonna go out with a girlfriend. I'm gonna stay single. Or maybe decide to go with the other sex. Whatever it is, okay? So, I don't know what your preference, okay? But, you know, like, you can't let your past determine your future.
Yes.
So what you want to do instead is every failure, change it into a lesson.
Yes.
Okay? And I think the best way to change your perspective on a failure, on a bad event, on anything that happens to you is really changing your perspective. Instead of telling yourself that always happens to me, instead of telling yourself that always happened to me, start telling yourself that always happened for me.
Yeah.
And now you're gonna slowly start changing all those bad events into a lesson. So generally, whenever I talk to new people, whenever I meet new people and they're telling me crypto is a scam, even though they're gonna end up using it, is one of those 4 reasons why they say crypto is a scam. And to be honest, even if, number 5, even if I didn't know anything, you know, and I didn't over time grow up with other business owners or other people with a growth mindset, and I stayed with the group of friends that I used to chill with, honestly, I wouldn't even thought that crypto is a scam.
Yes.
I would have thought anybody that makes money only makes money because they're scamming or stealing
Yes.
from other people. And I get it.
Yes.
But you just got to change your group of friends. So usually, I think that's number 6. I think usually those are the 6 reasons why people think anything is a scam. And I get it. Your reason is valid why you think like
Yes.
that. But you got to ask yourself, is that serving you? Or is that actually taking opportunities away from you? So that's what I would say to your question.
No, this is a very good answer actually. What you said is things happen to you, not for you. When I heard that, that changed my mindset.
100%.
And I heard it from Ed Mylett. He
Yes.
said it. He is my favorite mentor.
100%.
I mean, I listen to his podcasts, his videos all the time.
Yeah.
And he inspires me a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot.
Ed Mylett, guys, go see him right now. He made like over $100 million in the insurance industry, if I recall. But also he has so many other businesses. He helps so many people. I used to watch him a lot when I got started in the industry or in the business world. So go check out Ed Mylett. I love this guy.
Yes, I love him too.
Yeah.
He is the one I got inspired in the beginning when I started my career.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Gowri, if anybody would like to go into trading and investments, what it takes?
What does it take? So let's start with day trading.
Okay, let's day trade.
Number 1, if you decide to get into day trading, you need to get started with a demo account. So what is a demo account? It's getting started with virtual money. It's like fake money. Okay. So you create a demo account, you attach it to a platform like MT4, MT5, whatever it is, and you just practice. Okay. Do not start with real money, by the way. Okay. Start with a demo account for at least your first 3 to 6 months minimum.
3 to 6 months.
Minimum 3 months, generally.
Wow.
Okay. And number 2, with day trading, there's a lot of information out there. So people go on YouTube, on Instagram, they follow gurus, educators.
Yes.
Some are good, some are bad. And most information, they either information that aren't valid anymore or it's expired information. So what happens is that, like those trading books that certain people wrote in the, let's say in the 80s and the 90s or the beginning of the year 2000, I mean, when the person wrote the book, it was valid. The strategy actually worked. But now the strategy doesn't work at all. Why? Is because the market is evolving. And why is it evolving? Is because you got to know that there's 2 types of people in the market. There's retail traders and there's institution traders. So one of those institutions, some of you guys might know, is named BlackRock.
BlackRock.
Okay. BlackRock, what is it exactly? Is basically the 3rd biggest entity in the world. So the US has the most amount of money. China has the 2nd most amount of money. And the 3rd entity that has the most amount of money is BlackRock. Isn't that insane? It's bigger than every country outside of the US and China, right? So BlackRock, at the end of the day, they have those robots. Those robots that are just getting smarter over time. It's like AIs, basically. And they make money when the retail traders, they lose money, right? In day trading. So those strategy, those systems, those mechanisms will not work in the long term. But what will always work is understanding the language of the market. And this is where we come. Instead of helping like our students, like giving them strategies or giving them like indicators and all those things that will only work in a temporary aspect, we teach them the language of the market, because the language will always evolve with the market, right?
And you have school as well.
Exactly. We teach it to our students through our school, right? So no matter how the market evolves, you will be able to evolve with the market because you understand the language instead of relying on the temporary strategy that works as long as it works.
Okay.
So that's why like most trading books most trading videos won't work in a few years or in a few months.
Yeah.
You know?
And how long it takes to learn, become, no, let me rephrase my question. When should you start investing real money? After 3 months, 4 months?
Okay, so yeah, about the investment, when it comes to investment, you should get started as soon as you have a minimum of education. Okay, if you don't have any real educations from a real academy, from a real school, you shouldn't get into something that you don't understand. Now, maybe your question was, when do you start seeing money, right?
When you start trading, like, when would you start trading? You said you can put fake for 3 months.
Yeah,
You
minimum.
keep playing with the fake money.
Yeah,
And you learn.
Yeah.
So after 3 months, somebody should start putting their own money into trading and start.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
There's three things you gotta make sure you have and what is those three things is, number one, you need to understand the language of the market. What are those candles? How does it work?
Yeah.
Number two, you need to have a good mindset, right? And number three, you need to have a good risk management.
Yes.
So that's very important. A lot of people think that trading is actually gambling, but it's not gambling. The price move in a certain area because of a certain reason, and that's what we teach. What is the reason why the price moved specifically there? So when I teach to my students in my live sessions, we get in quick and we get out quick, I teach why did the price go specifically in that area in order to sell or buy, right? Now, if I have to pick out of those three things, like the top two, it would be mindset and risk management. You can be the shittiest day trader and still be massively in profit. And I know a few of them. They suck at trading, but they're massively in profit because they have a good mindset and a good risk management. It's like the owner of the casino. If you go to the casino of Montreal, okay, you don't want to be the customer of the casino, you want to be the owner. So when you play the game, the roulette?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
When you play that game, you have one chance out of 100 to win. But the owner has 99% of chance to win and one chance to lose. What is the advantage of day trading is that you can literally lose 9 trades out of 10 and still be in profit. But you need to have a good risk management strategy.
Okay. And you guys teach this?
Yeah, we teach it. We go really in details. We have something called the G20, where it's something that helps you develop your strategy depending on your personality, develop your mindset, and your understanding of the language of the market.
Okay.
Not a strategy of day trading. Forget that.
The language. And you teach in which languages? French?
It's mainly French.
French.
Yeah. But you know what? Like, the beauty about this is that people can still message me. I have a lot of people that messages me. They want some guidance, and I sometimes take some phone calls with people.
Good.
Right?
Yeah, that's good.
And at least I can help them guide, because I'll be honest with you, like, my first 2 years was horrible. Like, I remember once I lost like $1,000 in 30 seconds in day trading on my birthday. Okay. So you don't need to go through the same thing that I went through. So now you get to have somebody that already did all the mistakes. Learn from other people's mistakes. It's like reading a book. The person that wrote the book already done the mistakes.
Yes, learn from it.
Learn from what he wrote, right?
Yes.
And that's what we teach here. So if you guys have any questions, message me, call me. At least I can guide you towards not doing the same mistakes.
The information will be in the bio.
Yeah.
So I will post the information. So Gowri, my question to you is now, what it takes to be a trader?
What comes in my mind right now is it takes 3 things. Number 1, you need to be organized. Number 2, you need to have a routine. And number 3, you need to be disciplined.
Discipline is something that I like. Personally, I know being an entrepreneur is not easy.
Yeah.
To be disciplined. What it takes to be disciplined?
what it takes to be disciplined is not to rely on motivation. Obviously, motivation is what gets you started, but it's habits that keeps you going. So by motivation, at the end of the day, it could be your reason why, your vision, your goals. It could be an event. All those things can motivate you to get you started. But the thing is, motivation won't always be there. It's the habits that will always be there. So you need to focus on your habits. And how do you focus on your habits? It's important to write down your goals. For certain people, if you want to do it, and I highly suggest, especially if you're new, to have a vision board, right? And number 3, you need to be obsessed. And number 4, you need to be surrounded by other people that are ready to keep you accountable, right? But other people that are in the same type of field than what you are, right? So let's say if you're an athlete, you want to be surrounded by other athletes. If you're a business owner, you want to be surrounded by other business owners. You don't want somebody that has a job to tell you keep going. Okay, yes, that person can support you, but it's just the mindset is different, right? So make sure the person is the same type of field than you are. Yeah.
That's very good what you said.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to trading, right?
Yeah.
And when you started your career, right? We spoke earlier. How did your family supported you? I just want to know this.
So obviously, like usually, like I told you, like most of my family, they come from a job background, right?
Yeah.
They had jobs for years instead of a business, and they didn't understand it, and they supported me, but at the same time, they were not too happy about it. And I get it because it comes from a place of love, right?
Sure.
So sometimes if somebody says things that you don't really like, then they're saying it, they're taking the time with you to give you advice. It might be good advice, it might be the worst advice, okay? But whatever it is, usually if it's a family member, it comes from a place of love. In the beginning, I didn't understand it. Over time, I understood it, and eventually I accepted. So at the end of the day, what you want to do is whatever the decision you make, either to listen to them or to listen to yourself, make sure you make a decision that in a few years you won't have any regret. I decided to listen to myself first, and maybe take in consideration other people. Okay, so do I have any regret not having a job, not finishing certain stuff in school? I don't have any regret. I'm happy with the decision that I made. It wasn't easy, the process took me years, but eventually I had, let's say, my breakthrough. I quit my jobs, and now I'm happy with it, right? Okay. So I don't know if I answered the question.
No, you did. Okay. But I now that you mentioned this, as an entrepreneur, we go through failures.
Yeah.
Did you ever talk about your failure to your family?
No, I don't talk about my failure. Well, I never really talked about my failures to my family. I did talk about it a little bit with certain friends. I did talk about it a little bit with certain friends, and I did talk about it with my partner, but not too much, because let's say one of your friends or let's say one of your family member wants to get into business.
True.
They'll just think about the process that you went through.
And they get scared.
Yeah, they'll get scared. So when you share that with them, are you really helping them? Not necessarily, but you could talk about it, but it depends how you talk about it. You can be like, listen, when I got started, it was really hard because of this. But now, since I don't need a job, I'm actually happy that I went through those failures, because one, all those failures were lessons, and number two, it helped me grow to the person who I am now, in order to never depend on a job. By the way, I know maybe I might give like the impression that I'm putting the fact that you have a job as a bad thing. Having a job is not a bad thing. This is a disclaimer, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Having a job is not a bad thing. It's actually really good.
Good.
But what I think is that when you depend on something where you exchange time for money, in the long term, is not really, really good.
It's not really good.
And I mean, we come from a brown community. We know a lot of truck drivers,
Yes,
right?
yes.
We know a lot of people that are lawyers, doctors. Look at their pension. Look at their retirement plan.
Yeah.
Are they really happy with whatever they have, especially with the inflation that we have right now, right? Is it enough to live in a comfortable way, right? So I think what is important is it's important to have something on the side. It doesn't have to be a business, but it could be investment. Real estate is very, very good, right? Having gold is very good.
Very good.
Having crypto, not doing day trading, just doing investment in solid crypto asset like Bitcoin or Ethereum is very good. Putting in certain institutional product is very good.
Very good.
But you don't want to just depend on a job,
Job.
in my opinion. Yeah.
Well said.
Yeah.
Well said.
And also the taxes. I mean, more money you make, more you get taxes. But I don't want to go in there.
Yeah, let's not go there because that is, we have to pay taxes.
Yeah.
And I think it's a good thing.
I mean, it depends. I mean, depending on what country you're in, but generally,
Yes. In Canada, we're just talking about Canada
Yeah.
because our economy is runs on that. And what I realize as a good citizen, just do the right thing. Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Many people don't start something big or don't want to make so much money because they are scared of taxes,
Yeah.
isn't it?
I mean, yeah, it could be one of the reasons, right? I
One
heard
of the
in real estate there's something called capital gains.
Capital gains,
right?
Yes.
I don't want to really talk about too much about
Yeah.
it because I'm not into real estate,
No.
right?
No.
So I just want to stick to my field. So yeah, some people, they could be scared of taxes. Some people can be scared of whatever. It could be scared of the market, the fact the market is volatile. And by the way, the fact that the market is volatile, if you know how to use it, it's actually very good.
A very good thing. Yes, it is.
But whatever the reason, you can either use those reasons to not get started and regret sometimes, or you can use those reasons to get started and just adapt to the market you're in. It could be real estate, stock, crypto, whatever it is, business, digital marketing, whatever it is.
Yes. All right, guys. So we are at the last segment of our podcast, which is a rapid fire round. Are you ready for that, Gowri?
Let's do it.
All right. So I will be asking you some questions, and you have to be very quick.
Yes.
All right. First question is: if you weren't doing what you are currently doing, what would you be doing?
I would be in sales.
Awesome. What's one skill you think every entrepreneur should learn?
I used to say sales, but I think marketing is as important, or certain cases, depending on your business, even more important.
Perfect. I want you to say very short. One line. Favorite book that has impacted your journey?
Outwitting the Devil from Napoleon Hill.
He's a very good writer.
Yes.
Biggest misconception people have about trading?
It's a gamble. It's not, which is not.
Yes. Crypto or stocks?
Crypto.
Books or podcast?
Podcast.
Name one of the best podcasts.
One of the best podcasts is called Learn and Earn Crypto Podcast. This is my podcast. Learn and Earn Crypto Podcast.
You're very good. Look at that. Very good marketing strategy, and we need to learn from that.
100%.
Save or invest?
Invest.
Work from home or office?
Home.
Risk taker or play it safe?
Calculated risk taker.
Very smart. Logic or intuition?
When you get started in business,
intuition?
Exactly.
And after that, logic.
Exactly.
Perfect. So you did very well.
Thank you.
Yay! You did awesome. And because of that, because you did very good and you were very quick on the answers, I have something for you, which is related to the world.
Okay.
Okay. And I want you to open it so that you can have it. This is a small token of gift from.
Good. Can I open it right now?
Yes, you can. You can. Yes. I hope you like it.
Perfect. See what it is.
Look, this is like a trading chart.
Oh.
This is very small.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
so
I
you
love
can
it.
go trade in the world.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for coming.
Actually,
to
I
this
can put
podcast.
that. I can put this in my
In your office.
office. You know, at my house.
Yes, you're good.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
No
Thank you very
problem.
much.
Yes, no
And thank you for everything.
Yes, thank you for coming to the
Amazing.
podcast.
Yeah.
Guys, you will have all the information for Gowri Kandewal, such a great young entrepreneur in Montreal. Keep watching the Montreal podcast. Thank you.